Happy Diwali! Today we're doing something that we've not done on this channel yet, is a dessert. And we're making a traditional carrot halwa. But also we're going to be making a kaya toast sundae, a kaya toast halwa sundae. It's quite a mouthful. Let's go. Carrot halwa is a carrot pudding and it's spiced with these wonderful spices like cardamom, and it's topped with chopped fruits and nuts like pistachio, cashews, and sultanas or raisins. First off, I got some grated carrots, obviously star of the show, so I'm gonna get the youngest and freshest carrots I can get hold of. I think there's a particular carrot that they use, but I've got the freshest I can get. And I grated it up quite coarsely. So I'm gonna put that into a pan, and I've got some ghee. So ghee is also known as clarified butter. So to make clarified butter or the ghee, just put a block of butter into a pan and put it on a gentle low heat to clarify it, which means the fats separate. And what you're left with is this gorgeous separation of the butter. Look, liquid gold. I'm gonna add a couple of spoons of that in. Can I get a spatula, please? So with this bit ghee, I'm just frying the carrots a little bit just to get rid of some of that rawness. Perfect. That should be all. Just a couple of minutes. So I've toasted and ground some green cardamom seeds, and I ground that really finely in my pestle and mortar. I'm gonna add that in. And I've got some full-fat milk. You can use milk powder, so I'm going to use a combination of milk powder and milk. You could also use condensed milk, but this is the one I'm going to use today. So I'm going to add the milk in. I'm going to keep stirring this so that it doesn't stick to the bottom, because you don't want that to catch. And I'm just going to bring that to a simmer. And what you're doing is you're cooking and stewing that carrot in the milk. And then later, I'm going to add in the cardamom and milk powder. So next up, we're going to prepare the topping. Right, you want to get your nuts. So I've got pistachio, cashew nuts, and I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of that ghee that we prepared earlier into a pan. Now I've seen a few ways. You can either stew the nuts, like soak them in boiling water, but I think that this ghee is going to give this a really beautiful flavour. So I'm going to add the nuts into there. Get a little bit more. I like a lot of nuts. I'm just going to roast them in that ghee. Everything tastes better in ghee and butter, right? Right, now I think it's a good time to go and add in the milk powder. So a couple of spoons. Add in the ground cardamom. And I got this beautiful black saffron, so I'm going to add a tiny touch of that because I think this saffron's going to give it a wonderful flavour and colour. I'm only using the tiniest amount though. And again, I'm just keeping stirring this until that goes all soft and fudgy and all that milk is evaporated. Give your nuts a good rummage. Right, so those nuts look nice and toasted, so they're ready to come out of the pan. And I've got these sultanas. So these are quite a traditional topping, like raisins and sultanas. I'm actually going to soak these in some pandan syrup that I know that we've got over on the bar. So I think it's just going to give it a really wonderful flavour that like pops in your mouth with a bit of pandan and that fruitiness. And I think it'd be a lovely topping for this halwa. Ooh. Oh, I dropped some nuts. Blooper. All right, and take that off the heat. All right, it's starting to stick now, so I'm going to keep stirring this a bit more. What you're looking for is this halwa, so the carrots will start cooking. The carrots will start cooking down, breaking down. And it will go fudgy and sticky and delicious. And it smells gorgeous. I might actually add a touch more of that cardamom. So I'm gonna line this, put my nuts down. I reckon with these nuts, you could also toast them with some spices if you want, and sugar if you want to get them really caramelized and full of flavor. I'm gonna wait for those to cool down, and I'm gonna roughly chop them up. And they are gonna be wonderful. My arm's getting a little sore from all this stirring. Woo, but I'm determined not to let this catch and burn, so I guess it's going to be worth it. I love that festivals are tied in with food, especially sweet things, because I don't normally like sweet things, so this gives me a great excuse to cook something that's baked in with tradition. And we do have staff members that celebrate Diwali. There's people in the market that celebrate Diwali, so I'm really excited to cook this for them and see what they think too. I think you'll find this is actually a unsuspectingly tiresome dish. I I can see why you make these at the festivals and celebrations, because actually a lot of love and care and attention go into these dishes. A massive tub of sugar. So 3 to 4 tablespoons of, 3 to 4 tablespoons of sugar is going to go in. Excellent. Oh God, that's heavy. Right, I'm going to stir that in. So the sugar's going to help this go really sticky and gooey and really make it that pudding element. See how glossy that's gone already? And I'm going to add in a tablespoon of ghee. I'm going to cook that until the sugar dissolves. Actually, making this carrot halwa reminds me of making kaya, because you've got to stand here and stir it and stir it and stir it until it thickens and goes all jammy. I'm thinking about kaya. I'm actually thinking that this dish would be a really good combination. I'm just soaking the sultanas in my pandan syrup. So pandan syrup is sugar, water, and pandan just stewed for a long time together. That is fine like that. I'm actually gonna put that like that, just to keep that out of chef's way. Now this is looking fantastic. I think I've just got about enough time now to chop up my nuts. I'm gonna put them in a little pot here. Okay, I think this is all nearly done because the liquid's all evaporated. Let's give it a taste. Oh wow, that tastes amazing. Maybe a touch longer, but that is pretty much ready. I'm gonna grab my bowl. You can add the nuts in now, or you can add them on top. I'm gonna add them on top. I think that's that is looking glorious. It's glossy, it looks fudgy, and it tastes incredible. That carrot is really broken down, and doesn't actually taste like carrot at all. It's that cardamom, and it's really comes through, and it's really, really sweet. Absolutely delicious. Definitely recommend you give this one a go. So to serve this, I'm just gonna put it in a little bowl. And take some of my nuts. These nuts are gonna add an absolutely awesome textural flavor bomb. And I got my soaked sultanas, and that is a traditional carrot halwa. That smells incredible. Right, now I've got my carrot halwa. That looks glorious and it tastes glorious. But I kind of want to take it one step further. I've been having this idea of doing a kaya toast sundae for a very long time. And I thought this actually would be a great marriage of the two traditional dishes in one. My kids love ice cream sundaes, and they've never tried carrot halwa before. And in fact, I know they would love this. And what better way to introduce them to the celebration Diwali? And to be honest, I'd love to get them involved in making the ice cream sundae with me. So I'm going to combine the two. Let's see how this goes. So to prepare the sundae, we're going to make some buttered croutons. Grab some simple slices of bread, and we're going to cut it up like this, into little cubes like this. And we're going to use some of that leftover ghee from the carrot halwa. Making sure I'm just using the clarified part. Add the cubes into the pan with the ghee. Right, so those buttered croutons, so they're going to go into the oven to toast up. Next up, I'm gonna go grab the kaya. So I've got the croutons, they're in the oven, and I kind of wanted to give a bit more context of this idea of doing kaya toast sundae. So this is kaya toast. This is how we serve it at Mei Mei. It's simple white bread, toasted, thick slab of butter, and a generous layer of kaya. And it's dripping down my fingers. It's absolutely delicious. It's sticky, it's sweet, and it's the closest thing we have to a dessert here at Mei Mei. It's delicious. Oh, messy, sticky, messy. More wet wipes. We're gonna take the elements of this dish, and we're gonna put it into an ice cream sundae. So I got the buttered croutons in the oven. They're gonna toast away and get them nice and golden. That's gonna be that bread element. Now, it's all about constructing that sundae. So I'm gonna go and get the kaya from over on the bar. And to represent the butter, the dairy element, I'm going to use ice cream. So we've made a vanilla pandan ice cream. Let's put it all together. It's getting a little bit busy at Mei Mei, so we're going to put this together quickly now. The full lunch rush. So the croutons, look at those. Now, you can dust these with some sugar, but the dish already is going to be quite sweet, so I'm going to leave them plain and nice and buttery. So now I'm going to put together the ice cream sundae. I got my carrot halwa that I made earlier, and it's still actually really nice and warm. I don't know about you, but I love hot and cold things together. So this halwa is still warm. I'm going to put it at the bottom of this ice cream sundae. I've already made this. It's some pandan vanilla ice cream. You're going to want to put in 2 big balls. Should we go 3? Yeah. So we made this kaya with less viscosity than normal to make like more of a sauce that you'd usually use with a sundae, ice cream sundae. I mean, what's salted caramel? This is way better than salted caramel. So this is made with fresh pandan leaves. Now I'm going to go in with some of these croutons. Let's go in with some nuts. Tell you what, I'm going to be cheeky and get a 3rd ball in there. What do you guys think? Will it stay? Will it hold? So I haven't forgotten. Oh. A couple of those pandan soaked sultanas. I mean, this ice cream sundae is probably ice cream sundaes to finish all Sundays airing on the Sunday. You've got to make this, and this is going to make everybody happy. This is a kaya toast halwa sundae in celebration of Diwali today. I really can't wait to taste this. I'm not into sweet things, but I know this is going to rock my boat. Let's give it a go. All right, let's get in there. I'm lost for words, and that's rare. That pandan and the cardamom, the carrots, the kaya, there's a lot of elements in this, but they actually all work together in a really good harmony. And then you get like a little bit of texture from the nuts. Bloody delicious. You've got to try this. So guys, Diwali, sweet desserts, carrot halwa, it's all here. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments, do you love carrot halwa? Have you tried it before? Are you celebrating Diwali today? Leave us a little comment, give us a thumbs up and a like, because when you give us a like, it does help us to reach more of you out there and get this so we can do better and more content for you guys. I'm gonna go finish this, but I think I'm gonna get a sugar high. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us today. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day today. I'll see you again next week. Try this.
I have to get the whole bite of everything, huh?
Yeah, the carrot halwa at the bottom.
In my mouth.
I'm not going to repeat that because I know what you guys are going to say in the comments below.